Scumbag IRL streamer vandalizes graves in Japan for attention. Alright, let's watch this.
TikToker just filmed himself stealing from graves in Japan for
Damn.
attention online, which ended up upsetting an entire country before his career has really started. This is Lockie Jones, an Australian YouTuber who believes that kindness is key, and judging from his actions, I don't believe he actually thinks so.
Yeah, it was really kind of him to steal.
He's currently making headlines because he recently decided to visit Japan. He filmed himself committing some crimes, and then he's responded to those crimes in the dumbest ways possible. Behavior that we've honestly seen quite a few times before here on this channel, but let's get into it.
I just don't get it. Like, I've seen so many videos of like people doing like borderline criminal stuff, recording themselves doing it, and then posting it online for millions to watch, and for the authorities to get evidence against them. Like it's like the amount of people I've seen doing it, it's fucking crazy.
I guess you could say if only Lockie Jones was paying attention for the past few years, as this stuff just does not fly anymore over there.
Exactly.
And at this point, it's sad to say, it's not even original anymore. We've had Johnny Somali completely disrespect Japan.
Dude, I wonder what happened with this guy. I haven't been like up to date with him, but I think he was, I don't know if it was like Japan or Korea, but like in one of those countries, he's actually facing serious charges against him, like serious charges.
In South Korea for a while now, and now you have Lockie Jones visiting a grave in a controversial area in Japan and literally stealing offerings left for family members of the deceased. So I mean, this is just desperate and extreme.
I do have one question though. Like, when those family members leave those offerings, like what happens to them? Is there some caretaker that like lives around the graveyard or something that, like, I don't know, probably cleans them or takes them away?
Cringeworthy behavior, but to understand how he even got here first, we need a brief recap of who this scumbag is and how he even got here. So around 3 years ago, Lockie started posting content on his TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube account. First impression of the guy, he doesn't seem the brightest due to posting clips like this, just asking the first guy he finds that's not white where the local kebab store is.
Amigo, we look for the kebab store.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We're hungry. Look at him.
He's got the wrong fucking brown. Cause correct me if I'm wrong, but kebabs are like Middle Eastern things, right? So like he should be saying Habibi instead of amigo. To be honest, he's racist, but like he's mixing up the browns as well. Like his racism is not even precise.
Why would you post this? And maybe more importantly, why would you leave this up? But it does feel like he has a little bit of an obsession with law enforcement because there's multiple.
Hey, like, people do this stuff, they just keep on doing it. At first, these are just small things. People don't really care about it that much. Authorities don't, but like, since they don't get any action taken against them for these small things, they just like keep on doing bigger and bigger stumps, and then when those things pile up, then they face like some fucking repercussions.
Videos after this of just him filming and mocking police officers in Peru.
Hey, gang, woo!
Okay.
That's the biggest gang in Cusco, the Policia.
Then you have him making crypto investment advice because everyone wants crypto advice from a dude with no direction in life.
Hey. If some like influencer is giving you crypto advice, just run, in my opinion.
Need to have a bag of Solana. It's big, it's growing. And the American government just listed it on their list of crypto assets that they will be investing in. You can stake Solana at above 6%.
He must have gotten paid like quite a lot for it.
And forget about it. Let's do some numbers, because this thing is hitting $1,000 for sure.
Meanwhile, the rest of his clips just featured clips of his travels from his series called Idiot Van Diaries.
All right, update on the Van
At least he's self-aware.
Diaries. We have a stowaway. Hold up.
Can you, vamos?
The vibe I get from this guy is that he might be having an early midlife crisis.
I didn't quite get that interaction, but alright. Like, between him and that woman, but hey, alright.
Because just from reading his Instagram bio, it says stuff like reality warp or
Original, unorthodox, and highly effective.
And on his YouTube About section, it also says that I'm exploring the esoteric truths behind the facade. And
Big words, I have
let's
no idea what
find
that
out
means.
how to achieve your ultimate elite timeline. You know, because his timeline is looking pretty damn elite at this point. I think the best quote I see from him is, "We will attack the dark topics with humor, irreverence, and questioning to ensure that we can shine enough light to bring us through the apex and beyond."
I have no fucking idea what any of that means. Big words, bro.
Brother, what?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what?
And from what I'm about to show you, it more sounds like I'm allowed to be a scumbag because I hide behind a layer of irony and fake truths, but hey, to each their own. And this brings us to
Exactly,
his
to each
visit
their
to
own.
Japan, which started like this.
Also, like, why is it just people going to Asian countries and doing this stuff? Like, what's up with that? What's up with that? No idea, bro.
Tokyo, Japan, Hamura. And we are looking for a
Where is it talking about the same forest that Logan Paul went to? Cause he like blurred the name or something. Hey. I don't know, bro. I mean, I mean, let's see.
because the mission is we want to go to the forest and shoot a picture of Logan Paul and maybe grab a stick
Yeah,
off
yeah. I thought so. I thought so. I fucking thought so.
a tree to make a magic wand.
I mean, with that, I
Right.
feel like it's safe to say this isn't going to be the end of content like this. Influencers like this genuinely believe controversy is going to be their way into stardom, when
Yeah,
in
it's cause of like they try to farm hate. They do something controversial, they get hate for it. So yeah, they do something controversial, they get fucking hate for it, and they try to farm that fucking hate. And I don't know, just see where things go from there, cause like they kind of already have an audience because the people just like come to them to like see what bad things they're up to again, and they just I don't know gain some fucking audience with that.
reality, you're just going to be featured in some videos where people discuss how much of a terrible person you are, or
Yeah.
laugh at you for being a dumbass and doing this.
It's
Then, and if
basically like being a lol cow, but you're milking yourself as well. It's not just other people who are milking you for some content or something. You're doing it to yourself as well.
few months, absolutely nobody would care about you again until you do something extremely outlandish. This
Yeah,
is essentially the
it's not at all consistent.
path that Johnny Smalley had. Honestly, this is just a playbook for how to ruin your life for a little bit of attention online, and it's definitely not worth it. You can ask Vitali, who's currently still stuck in the Philippines,
Yep.
or Johnny, who's still stuck in South Korea. They're definitely not having a good time right now.
We shoot Logan Paul to defend the honor of the Japanese people. He should not have done a nasty video in a sacred forest.
So it's almost like
Yeah, he should not have done a nasty video. Proceeds to do the same fucking shit.
he's being sarcastic and has this like new age opinion
Please remember, employed by children and families they need to feed before you masses like the video for what is about to happen. Okay.
of, oh, it's just a joke, mate. Don't worry, yeah? You're just a little bit of a snowflake, yeah? I will never try to repeat an Australian accent again. I feel like it was teetering more on the British side than anything else, but yeah, let's just move on. The only comedy in this situation is the fact that he's dumb enough to do it. So what did he actually do? Well, in a video titled
Dude, I don't know if they're like that. They don't think that far that like this could be seriously bad, or they like they genuinely just want to farm some hate, like farm some hate. Like they knowingly do it, that oh, things are gonna go bad, but it'll like I'll gain something from it, although most of it might be negative, but he'll gain something from it, so like they still do it.
Japan Part 2 Graveyard Flip, we can see Locky approach a graveyard, which we can only assume is just outside of the forest that Logan Paul made very infamous on the internet, and I guess just proceed to take a can that's been left on a grave and chug it, even cheersing the grave about it.
Oh, look at this guy. Full can of Kieran. Should I?
Also, why when you go to like a different country, like how does this, like I don't know, obviously I don't know if this is like some famous place or like some like cultural significance, but like why would this come to your mind? Oh, let's go to this country and visit like a fucking grave. I don't know. Like again, this might be some cultural and some famous site, I don't know, but like this never comes to mind, like let's go to a different country and go see some graves.
Should I drink it? Should I drink it? By the way, shout out this guy. Legend. Clearly a legend. And missed by his mates. All right, we got the Harry Potter. The Harry Potter coin. So we go dragon or wizard. Dragon we drink. Wizard we think.
You are a...
Dragon. All right. Warm as shit. Over the shoulder. Good luck. Good luck. Lucky blessings. Rest in peace. And if you went down angry, I hope you get vengeance.
Damn.
Cheers, gobber.
Wow, this guy's so cool. And to give more context, there was a pretty good comment left on his video.
Damn.
In Japan, the offerings to see on the grave aren't decorations or props, especially not for content. Families leave food, drink.
In Japan, the offerings you see on graves aren't decorations or props, especially not for content. Families leave food, drinks, and incense as gift for the spirits of their loved ones. They're believed to reach the deceased in some form. That's why taking them is almost like robbing the person who passed off something a loved one left for them. What you did is not bad manners. It's deeply disrespectful to both the culture and a family's grief. Them, so it's as if he's just like it's not just like taking something off of, it's like literally just robbing something, like according to their culture, like just you're robbing a person of their belongings. That's basically it. Like that's at least what I get it.
Drinks and incense as gifts for the spirits and their loved ones. They're believed to reach the deceased in some form. So essentially he was stealing an offering given to a deceased person,
Yeah.
not only disrespecting a culture, but also their family. So you would think maybe he didn't understand what he was doing and that after receiving some backlash online, he would apologize for that situation.
Yeah, that's what a sane person would do. Like even if he did not know about the culture, if they get backlash and they get educated about the culture, at least the next a decent thing they can do is actually like apologize to the people, right?
But no, that is
People.
definitely not the case.
I'd like to take this video, this lovely day, to apologise to absolutely no one, for everyone who went and yapped about he took a drink from a dead man.
Dude, no
Have some concern
No.
for the living, yeah?
I think he may have
remorse.
had a few too many graveyard beers before writing this, because what is that even saying? Have some concern for the living? Like, what is the argument here? But I guess let's hear him out.
I see a lot of people out here and they are acting in a way that they would not like to be treated.
Yeah, because you went to a different country and just like disregarded their cultures and customs, and now you're arguing you didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, so he's seeing people acting in a way that he wouldn't want to be treated. I'm assuming he's speaking about himself, because I don't think he'd like someone else.
Yeah, it's like if it's different, right? Like something that doesn't happen in his culture, it does not mean it's not disrespectful to like some other culture that's like way different from his. Like if he does this thing, probably like in Australia, I don't know, I've never been to Australia, maybe it's not offensive, but like to the Japanese people it is offensive, and he should as a human being be like, oh, I think what I did was wrong, and like just apologize. Fucking just fucking apologize, right?
Going to one of his relatives' graves and destroying the flowers left there.
If I was
Yeah.
that dead guy, I'm not drinking that drink. What is the problem? The problem is how some of you are thinking is okay to behave just because everyone else is behaving that way.
So instead of apologizing, he's just trying
Wait, what?
How some of you are thinking is okay to behave just because everyone else is behaving that way.
So instead of
Okay, that's kind of a dumb argument.
apologizing, he's just trying to spin this narrative of act your own way and not follow the norms of society, even though it may upset and anger an entire culture, all while being visibly intoxicated. Or maybe
Yeah.
I'm just wrong and he's just incredibly stupid. Or both. Who knows?
Yeah, I was gonna say that he actually, like, the way he talks, he actually looks like he's drunk.
So he then proceeds to jump off a bridge into this massive lake and proceeds to use this as a metaphor for his troubling online existence.
I mean, do you remember
Damn.
the saying? If everyone, what was it? If your friend jumped off a bridge, would you do it? Well, put that saying to the test.
Well, I guess I would say this is illegal as well, and he did this while filming himself and then posted it on the internet.
Be sane in an insane world is to be crazy.
Okay. Why? But briefly after this, he promotes his Japan YouTube video and describes it as discussing groundbreaking stuff. So
Damn.
I thought I'd take a look because so far I haven't seen anything groundbreaking from this guy, and that's still the case after watching this video.
At the very least, I wanted to hear the stories of some of the Japanese people, as I
Okay.
have heard from others all over the world.
Yeah, as if you care about
this
the opinions of Japanese people, because you clearly do.
is buried under 6 feet of venomous black mess. Soul-sucking technological.
By the way, look at those mountains behind him. Are those, like, I guess all of them are trees, right? I wonder how, like, big those mountains are.
terror.
Because essentially, this whole video has this narrative that suggests that Japan and their culture has completely changed and lost its roots, including that they have a massive PDF file program, he alleges, which is reinforced by the culture.
What? Hey, I mean, I don't know if it's true, but I read it somewhere that, like, up until recently, the age of consent in Japan was like 13. Up, yes, until June 16, 2022, the age of sexual consent in Japan was 13 years old, but it was raised to 16 years. Damn. So yeah. I mean, I don't know. There could be some truth to it. Seeing this, but hey.
And how some of the women dress. This is what he alleges here.
Yeah, I don't
but
know about
this
that.
still begs the question, why does this give you the right to disrespect someone's culture just because you think there's aspects of it that you deem as wrong? And if you truly believe all these things, why is your way of getting attention to the story stealing from a random graveyard? Like, he's just
That's a good point. Like, what's this Japanese problem got to do about him stealing from a grave? Like, why did he do that instead of just talking about the problem? If he wanted to talk about the problem,
just defending his garbage behavior with a whataboutism argument. Like, he just seems to be a fried conspiracy theorist, bro, and he's made it his entire personality.
If your focus was on the right outlets and beliefs, and you had individuals inspiring you, you could have the highest percentage of superheroes from any nation.
huh?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I present you Japan's new spiritual leader in collaboration with ChatGPT because he didn't come up with that himself. And for some reason, he just keeps
I bet the quote that like he read first, the ones that it was in his YouTube bio, I bet that's fucking ChatGPT as well.
making these videos almost like he's thinking, well, now I have some attention of Japan, let's drop some facts in them. Like, dude, what are you doing?
Look, if you felt I desecrated your dead, I am sorry. It was a mistake. I'm coming clean. I shouldn't have portrayed that. The reality we are walking through is going through a period of mass psychosis, and it took crazy to get noticed. Point number 2, mass
Huh?
psychosis is a mass of psychoses.
Okay, yeah, this just reminds me of a really bad school presentation that you give as a child, and he's just
Yeah, he's like it's like what's he trying to, you know, when you try to write an essay and you need to make it a certain length, so you just like fill in random bullshit, like you do everything to make the words more, instead of like couldn't, you like could not, wasn't, was not, you just like keep on expanding those fucking words because you need to put some words in. This is what he's doing.
like writing it for Japan to clap so he can sit down and shut up. His main reasoning here behind these actions is it took crazy to get noticed. But I don't think there's a single world-renowned philosopher or culture expert that had to metaphorically and physically piss on someone's grave to be noticed. It's just over.
I would doubt that. I bet there has been at least one one individual in the history of humans that may have done so.
Overall extremely lame, and it just shows that he's way too far up his own ass to take any sort of accountability here. You can just see how proud he is of the situation gaining him a little bit of attention. Just from looking at the guy, it looks like he needs some help.
Fury over Ozzy's deprived act in Japan.
His whole content shtick is just like hippie van lifer who thinks he's doing all these good things for the greater good, when in reality it just seems like he just needs to go home and fix the relationship with his parents. But hey, that's just my take from looking over some of his videos. Obviously, Johnny was held in jail in Japan for 3 months for doing something similar.
I mean, I would say Johnny was doing way worse, man. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I've seen some of his previous videos, like he was doing way worse things than him.
And I'm sure if Japan actually wanted to, they could easily get him entangled into their legal system, especially if he continues to raise the stakes for attention. And because of that, I don't think the situation is close to being over, because it seems like he likes the attention, and he'll probably continue to do dumber and dumber stuff.
Yeah, that's like he's hate farming.
Keep that
If he's doing it while knowing how bad it is. If not, maybe he just doesn't think that far, I guess.
attention. So hey, feel free to subscribe if you're new here, drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.